Is there anything positive out there for Japan right now?
Absolutely. You have all eyes on fiscal policy, we've got it very clear now. There's a lot of advisors in town that the next step in Japan is going to be a supplementary budget, a fiscal stimulus budget. That's going to be very interesting because it's not going to be bridges to nowhere. It's not old-style fiscal infrastructure spending, but it's going to be money into consumers' pockets. Specifically, cash transfers to pensioners, as well as, an increase in childcare support allowances for Japanese women. So the focus in Japan is fiscal policy.
Not monetary? Jesper, not monetary?
No, monetary policy, look, we're done. We've got in negative interest rates, which is doing a good job of, triggering a record-booming refinancing. I know there's a lot of criticism out there because, the banks are hurting, but the consumers and the small and medium-sized companies are benefiting. Just to give you an example, you've seen a more than threefold increase in mortgage refinancings, and mortgage rates here basically have dropped by almost a percentage point over the last 6 weeks, and Mr. and Mrs. Watanabe are taking advantage of that.
Okay, Jesper, as a result then, what do you buy into right now?
The key issue is domestic demand. You really want to focus on consumer spending. I think that the market is vastly underestimating, what we are going to see here in terms of retail sales, in terms of department store sales, as well as, very important, real estate. You do see these mortgage refinancings coming through. I do expect that over the next 3 or 4 months, you're going to see a big pickup in condominium sales and in real estate pickup. And so it's the real estate side and the consumer side, it's the domestic demand side that you want to focus on in Japan.
Okay, so if you're focusing on that, are you concerned at all about these forecasts that we've been chatting to our guests today when it comes to the yen, that we're actually going to see further yen strength going forward?
I'm, on the international side, on the exporter side, I am more agnostic at this point in time. And the reason is not so much the currency, but it is the fact that global economic growth, whether it is America, whether it is China, is still under some downward pressure. So for the large exporters, the only thing they've got going for themselves is this record amount of share buybacks and potential dividend increases that are likely to be coming through here. But the focus really is not so much on the export side, it's more on the real estate side and the domestic demand side.